Over here in the bushes. Well, I'm right here. Hold on. Hi. Nice to meet you. I'm assuming you're what all this ruckus in the forest is about today, huh? Yeah, I sort of figured. I mean, I've been hearing your footsteps clodding around for forever. You have the gillywimbles after you, don't you? The gillywimbles? Oh, yeah. Well, that's those little things that are chasing you. You've heard their little voices around in the underbrush, right? Yeah, they're an interesting little creature because they're actually quite cute. Little furry blobs running around, not much bigger than a field mouse or something like that. But unlike field mice, gillywimbles are very carnivorous. Yeah, they have a ravenous appetite, and when they travel in packs, they swarm their victims, and it's actually quite horrible. So that's what's been after you. I'm sure you've been hearing them in the bushes. Yeah. It sounds like you maybe lost them for the time being, but it's only a matter of time until they smell you. Yes, they have excellent hearing and excellent smell. So, I mean, some of us in the forest, they don't really bother because they can't find us. But someone like you, traipsing around, I'm sure they were on you as soon as you entered these trees, huh? Yeah. Alright, well, you're not a hunter, are you? Okay, I mean, I would assume that if you were a hunter, you would have already hunted me. Okay, you're close enough to my dwelling that if they find you here, they might keep poking around and try to find me. I mean, I have some precautions, I guess, in place, but can never be too careful. Yeah, you better come with me, okay? Yeah, alright, just follow me. Follow right in my footsteps so you don't fall into any of my traps. And, try to be quiet, alright? Just very, very quiet. Okay, come on, this way. Oh yeah, you can go ahead and have a seat wherever. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you don't have to stand on formalities here. We forest dwellers, we don't care about that quite as much. You are just fine as you are. Huh? Oh, well, I was just getting these berries. Yeah. See, I was out in the forest when I heard you. I was out looking for, different food and plants and things like that. All kinds of things that the forest can give us. So I just go out now and then when I'm looking for things. And these berries, they're quite good, if I do say so myself. This is sort of the last, probably, harvest of these little snowberries. Now, normally snowberries really only grow in the winter, but these have hung on for quite a while. Yeah. I think it has something to do with the fairies that live in this forest. They make things grow just a little bit longer. Yeah. So we get to enjoy things like snowberries even into almost summer really now, isn't it? With all the plants waking up and the birds returning. The breeze that blows through the trees. And snowberries. They're nice and crisp. Yeah, very fresh. You know what? You're looking a little hungry, aren't you? And actually quite tired. You must have been journeying for quite a while. Yeah? Where were you coming from? Oh, that's the, a dwarven city, right? Yeah. Okay, that's quite a ways from here. You really have been traveling for a while. Where are you going, if you don't mind me asking? Whisperwind. Oh. I don't think I've ever heard of that place. Where is it? Oh, it's by the big forest. I see. Well, I've never really left my forest. All I know is from, the few people who used to come here, or the other creatures who come and go from the forest. So I've never been up to the big forest, but I know that it's there. Yeah. Apparently there's far more of our kind there. I'm one of the last fawn in this little forest, but that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. It's peaceful. Usually. Yeah, I mean, of course there are some things that would love to eat me, but for the most part there aren't too many foes here. Apparently, the big forest, it's a bit darker. It can be a bit scary sometimes. So I'm happy staying in this little patch of woods. Yeah. Anyway, would you like some of these berries? You do look quite hungry. Okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure that they're safe for humans. Oh, you've had them before. Oh, well, excellent. Then you go right ahead and eat those, okay? Can I get you anything else? You are looking quite famished. Oh, okay. Well, you can go ahead and have those berries. How about some water? You look like you could use some water, too. Don't worry. I know sometimes that other mortals don't like drinking water from the forest because they think that it's not clean or something, but I always get my water from right by the spring, right where it's the crispest and the clearest. So it's very good. Okay, yeah, I can get you some water here. There we go. Yeah. Go ahead and drink up when you want to, okay? I'll just kind of set this over here. There. So what brings you to Whisperwind? Oh, that's where your home is. Oh, so you must have traveled to Napwind earlier and now you're coming home. Oh, well, isn't that wonderful? Wait, what did you need in Napwind? That's a dwarven city. I do know that much. And dwarves, they, from what I've heard, they mostly keep to themselves. Oh, you were looking for something. Well, that's fascinating. I'm sure that it was something very important. We don't put too much stock in possessions, I guess. I mean, a home, somewhere safe to live, and food to eat, and water to drink, and herbs to make us better when we're sick, I guess. That's really all we need, what the forest gives us. Yeah. Well, if you're gonna keep walking through this forest, we might need to do a little something to keep you safer. Yeah. You kind of stand out. Not just from the clodding around of your footsteps. Although, actually, I guess for a human, you actually don't have quite as heavy of footprints as most humans that I know. Yeah, you're a bit more agile, a bit quicker on your feet, and not quite as heavy. I mean, you've still got a ways before you would get to the point that you're as light-footed as me, but, at least you're not quite as clumsy as most humans. What am I? Well, I'm a fawn, obviously. Did the legs not give it away? The horns or anything? You've never seen a fawn before? Oh. Well, I guess we used to be far more numerous, didn't we? Especially here. I guess that makes sense. Well, now you've met one. Fawn. That's what I am. Yeah. Anyway, if you're going to be walking through this forest, we should maybe see about getting you something to disguise your smell a little bit. Yeah, you know, most creatures here, some people have really good eyesight, but a lot of people hunt from scent. So if we can disguise that, maybe even add in some things that some of the creatures don't like the smell of, that would help to keep you safe a little bit. Does that sound good? Okay, yeah, let me, let's see, what did I just find? That, put some of that in there. Oh, that probably wouldn't do anything. Oh, gillywimbles, love that. Yeah, flocking to you if I put that in. Well, these mostly I just use for bandages, things like that. Yeah. I was running low, so it's actually pretty fortuitous that I found that big plant. We could use some of this one. And then, this for sure. Put some of this in there. This is called Weeping Phlox Moss. It's quite a strong scent. You can probably smell it already. Smell. Yeah, it's not the most pleasant, is it? And weeping phlox moss always grows right by the edges of little streams or rivers or places like that. And gillywimbles hate the water. They're quite scared of it. So they have learned to associate this very strong smell with somewhere that they shouldn't be. Yeah. I actually have planted quite a lot of it around my little home here so that people can't find it. Yeah. I mean, also it helps being back in the trees a little ways where you have to sort of part the trees to find this place. But there are also some things growing outside and little totems hanging around that work to ward off anything that might cause me harm. But we can add some of this. Here, let me actually get we'll grind it up for you. That'll make it super extra smelly. There we go. Here we are. Ooh, it's very strong, isn't it? That's a good thing. I want to make sure that it will keep the gillywimbles well off your tail. Well, not tail. You don't actually have a tail. Sorry, it's an expression. Off your trail, not tail, trail. Should do it. Put that right in there. There we go. Let's see. Some of this. Yeah. Put a little bit of these in there. These are glowing thistlewick. glowing thistlewick. It has quite a bitter taste to it, so most people don't really like to eat it. But hobgoblins love glowing thistlewick. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's just that they sort of like shiny things, and it does glow in the moonlight at night. So maybe that's why they like it so much. But hobgoblins quite often live near places of glowing thistlewick. So most people tend to avoid that plant too. A bit more of that. There we are. Maybe just a little bit of this too. I don't have very much left. Oh, that's okay. Here, let me just crush this up a little bit too. This is creeping shadow flax. Quite a carnivorous plant, actually, if you don't know how to take care of it. It starts out as just a little vine growing on trees, or often sort of twisting up inside of other plants. But as it gets bigger, it learns to move. And if something is walking by it that's small enough, it will creep up and actually entangle the creature. Now, you and I, we're big enough that creeping shadow flax probably won't bother us. But little gillywimbles, they can certainly fall prey to creeping shadow flax. So we'll grind up some of those leaves. Put that in there too. All sorts of things that gillywimbles tend to avoid. Now, unfortunately, gillywimbles are not the only dangerous thing in this forest. They're one of the most vicious, actually, which again you wouldn't think because they're so small. And if you see just one gillywimble, it's actually quite cute. But a herd of them is not cute. It's quite terrifying, actually. I've seen them take down whole bears. Just gillywimbles. Now, obviously, there has to be quite a lot of them. And I do think that their numbers have diminished lately, too. I've certainly heard less cries, less of them whispering around when I'm walking through the forest. But there's still enough that they could take down someone like you or me. They tend not to bother me. One, because I am so quick on my feet, it's difficult to catch me. But also because I wear different plants and things in my hair, or totems around my neck usually when I go out. So it's things that keep them far away from me. Just like what I'm making you. Should keep them far away from you too. Here we go. Just put this in there too. Here. Mix that a bit. That should be good and mixed up now. Now, somewhere around here, I have a little pouch. No. Ah! Here we go. This will work nicely for our purposes. just scoop this up. There we are. That should keep you nice and safe from the gillywimbles. I know it's a bit strong smelling. It might not be the most pleasant, but it's far more pleasant to carry around a little pouch that doesn't smell good than it would be to be devoured by a swarm of gillywimbles. So, why don't you take that? You can just sort of tuck that in your cloak or in your bag or just sort of in a pocket. Yeah, or if you'd like, you could string it around your neck too. Just as long as it's on your person, it should work and it should keep you safe, okay? Okay. I would hate to see anything happen to you. I mean, I guess I don't really know you very well, but I don't really like to see anything happen to anybody. Unless you're a hunter, which you said you weren't. And I don't think so. I mean, I don't really see any arrows or anything else. You don't have a quiver or a bow with you. It's normally what hunters use around here. So, for the most part, I think you're okay. You look quite tired, don't you? You know what? It looks like the sun is starting to set, isn't it? It would be quite awful to have you traipsing through the forest at night. Gillywimbles might be the most vicious things in this forest. But like I said, they're not the most dangerous. And some of those other dangerous things get most of their hunting done at night. So, it would probably be a good idea to keep you here for the night. If you want to. You're welcome to leave, of course, anytime. But if you'd like to rest here for the night and not have to be constantly looking over your shoulder. Also here we have the nice fire all over here that you don't have to worry about. If you were to light a fire outside tonight, I can almost guarantee that it would be your doom. The smoke, the light, and the sound, and of course the smell. If you were to try to cook anything, it would most certainly lead the rest of the predators right to you. But here we could actually have a nice meal if you wanted. Maybe after you sleep for a little while, huh? You do look quite tired. Well, that's okay. You go ahead and you can lie down there if you'd like. Yeah, should be some nice warm blankets and furs there. Yeah, it's all right. I'll keep you safe for the night, okay? And then you can start bright and early tomorrow, nice and fresh. Okay. You know, if you would like, we fawns, we are quite fond of music. If you'd like, I could play you a little song. Help you get to sleep. Okay, sure, yeah, here we are. Now, unfortunately, I'm not nearly as good as some of the older fawns that used to be in my herd. I didn't get to learn from them very long before, well, they're not around anymore, but I do still very much like to play. So, if you would like, I can play you a little melody. Okay, you just get all snuggled down right there, okay?